Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I have massive news for you all today. We have BlackRock. They are going to launch crypto trading. Of course they are. All the major investment firms, banking, corporates, everybody's going to jump into this asset class. They have to. It's the new disruptive technology. So I want to break that down for you. We also have an update out of Russia. Their central bank and the government have reached an agreement to regulate cryptocurrencies and treat crypto as currencies. This is significant. It's bullish. And where is the president of the United States? Where is Joe Biden with his crypto executive order? I want to talk about all these things. In addition, we have a state lawmaker out of Tennessee that has introduced a bill for or that will allow the state of Tennessee to purchase crypto. Amazing stuff happening. And we also have an update around the SEC Ripple lawsuit, what the SEC wrote back in trying to shoot down Ripple's fair notice defense. This is interesting, and I want to break it down for you. And we got a bunch of other bullish news that I want to share as well. Before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're listening on a podcast site, please give me a 5-star rating. Guys, earlier today, I uploaded my interview with Patrick Sells of NYDIG. Remember that name I keep telling you to pay attention to? Guys, they are going to enable about 1,000 credit unions and banks across the United States to offer Bitcoin services, the ability to buy, sell, to earn rewards, and so forth. And one of the things Patrick said was after they get the regulatory clarity, they will introduce altcoins. This is a massive crypto infrastructure. And I just think about my own parents going to their local bank and being able to buy Bitcoin out of a trusted institution that has their money. Guys, this is massive, and they just raised $1 billion in December. So be sure to check out this interview. I don't often say you must watch an interview. You must watch this one. It is groundbreaking stuff that they are doing, pretty significant. And once again, they raised a significant amount of capital. They're partnering with many of the major payment rails that already exist for banks and retailers. So I'll put a link in the description for you guys to watch that. Quick word from our sponsors. First is Algorand, which is building the future of finance. Algorand is one of the leading crypto projects in the crypto industry. They're getting significant adoption and investments. There's CBDCs, NFTs, and much more being built on the Algorand blockchain. Second is TaxBit, which is the leading tax service provider in the crypto industry. It is a service that I personally use, makes it so easy to calculate your crypto gains and losses, especially if you use different exchanges. You can just plug in to TaxBit, it'll pull the data out, spit out the forms for you, you give them to your accountant. Super easy. It's personally what I use, and it just saves me a lot of headache and just a lot of calculating things. It just makes it so easy. So be sure to check out the links in the description to more Algorand and TaxBit. Let's look at the market here. We're seeing some green across the board. Bitcoin was making a move of $45,000. It's currently at $44,400, and alts are seeing some lift as well. XRP continues a strong move, up near 46% from a 7-day perspective. Ethereum also looking strong at 3,239. So, market is moving with Bitcoin, right? Remember, I've been saying this for years, so I want to make sure you guys understand this, that Bitcoin moves, the capital flows from Bitcoin into altcoins. So that's why we always want to use Bitcoin as the benchmark, the measuring stick, to get an idea of what's happening and what could potentially come. Now, on the Bitcoin daily chart here, looking very bullish, and some folks are calling the following moves here as the double bottom that I've been telling you guys about, that took place, kind of like in the summer, but on a shorter time frame. So let's see, hopefully it is. I want the Bitcoin retracement to come sooner than later because as I've been telling you guys, I want to cash out there because I do believe in the thesis that Bitcoin has hit its peak. Now, some folks are saying there's lengthening cycles and we could still hit new all-time highs. That's why I'm not selling all my Bitcoin. I'm selling some of it and taking profits. And then, we'll have to wait and see if higher highs come. But after Bitcoin does its retracement in this respective short-term move, I expect an alt season, and I'm not the only one who expects that. So Bitcoin looking good, and on the weekly chart also looking very strong. Let's hope, this week closes on the green candle, because you never know what may happen. We can get some bad news tomorrow, Friday, and then a red candle forms, and then, go back down a little bit. Nothing goes up in a straight line. I do think we're still heading upwards, but we don't want any black swan events or bad news. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Here is what one analyst is saying, Velvet Mad Maxi. He said the following: same key levels, only we go up now. He said 33,000 check. This is for Bitcoin. Then he says next up is 47K and then 58K. And that is the top of the retracement that I'm personally looking at to take profits in that range. So other folks recognize this. Now, he's also one to believe that Bitcoin could continue its run later on this year, but we'll just have to wait and see. Nevertheless, Bitcoin will hit the respective price points. Then I certainly expect an alt season where larger gains are made. And I'm looking at, the coins in my portfolio that I want to see pump, like XRP, ADA, Algo, Chainlink, and so forth. I'm sure many of you have different alts, and hopefully we have a really great alt season and we can make some really nice returns, guys. Here's the big news of the day. Look at this headline: BlackRock planning to offer crypto trading, sources say. If you don't know who BlackRock is, then you've probably been living under a rock. They are the world's largest asset manager. We're talking trillions of dollars of assets under management. So clients would be able to trade crypto through the firm's Aladdin investment platform, said one of the sources. The New York-based company, which manages over $10 trillion in assets for institutions, plans to enter the cryptocurrency space with client support trading and then their own credit facility. Very interesting. One of the people said, in other words, clients would be able to borrow from BlackRock by pledging crypto assets as collateral. Wow. So sit back for a second and think about this. The world's wealthiest, largest asset manager is going to offer crypto trading. And we know they've been dabbling a bit in it, but now it seems like they're going to build out a full division on this. And, their CEO, Larry Fink, for years has kind of poo-pooed on crypto, but then he's been turning bullish, and there's the guys who work there, their chief investment officer, those guys have been going on CNBC and saying, yeah, you know what, we're investing in Bitcoin and so forth. Now they're going to open it up to their clients, full white glove service, same type of service that they're currently providing, but for crypto, reporting, analytics, tracking, all that good stuff. And the fact that you folks can just say, hey, I want to take a loan off my crypto assets. This is huge. And this is far reaching given who they are and the amount of assets they have under management. One of the people said BlackRock will allow its clients, which include public pension schemes, endowments, and sovereign wealth funds, to trade cryptocurrency through Aladdin, short for Asset Liability, Debt, and Derivative Investment Network, the asset manager's integrated investment management platform. The timetable for unveiling the service is unclear. BlackRock declined to comment. So most likely we'll probably see it this year. I don't think this news gets broken and now they're building. It's probably ready, but it's the buildup, the hype, and so forth. We've seen this with JP Morgan. We've seen it with Citi. We've seen it with Morgan Stanley. Same story, different day. We know how this dog and pony show works, guys, but they're jumping in. The dominoes are falling, my friends. And we saw even JP Morgan, right? Jamie Dimon trashed Bitcoin for years, and they had to go launch a Bitcoin crypto wealth fund. Of course they had to, because their clients would pick up and leave, take the capital somewhere else. And we have all these crypto hedge funds and investment firms popping up. They have places to go. There's options out there now. And same thing with BlackRock. While they may not like this, and I'm sure the likes of BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley are probably pushing Gary Gensler, the SEC, to roadblock a lot of this because they want control of it. Like they've had control of traditional financial assets, and they would love to front run a lot of the retail. But this time around, a lot of the retail, not all, has front run them because the decentralized nature of the asset class, no gatekeepers. You don't have to be an accredited investor. And you could be in any part of the country or the world, in fact. And if you have an internet connection, you can be part of the asset class. You can have $1 million in Bitcoin or just $1 in Bitcoin. That's never been the case before from a global standpoint. So the future is bright, guys, and all these big institutions and whales and the folks who at one point were trashing this asset class and saying they don't want to touch it, they're all bending the knee. They're all capitulating and jumping in. So very bullish news. Now, here's some other bullish news. Remember the whole Russia central bank ban on crypto and the timing of that news when Bitcoin was near its bottom? This was in January and everybody was scared and it was extreme fear and, oh my God, what's going to happen next? And oh no, Russia's central bank is calling for a ban. I think that news was timed at that point. I don't think they by happenstance just came out and said, oh yeah, well, let's ban it today, or let's put this out. Timing of that was important. Well, Putin came out maybe like a week after and said, hey, no ban on crypto. Central bank and finance minister work together, fix it. And he also said, I don't want any ban. I want to regulate this. And he said Russia had an advantage when it comes to Bitcoin mining. Well, they've reached a resolution here, guys. This was tweeted out by Anthony Pompliano. The Russian government and central bank have just reached an agreement on cryptocurrencies, according to Russia's Kommersant. Both organizations will treat Bitcoin and crypto assets as currencies. Wow. Russia is obviously a superpower. And we are waiting here in the United States to see what Biden's going to do. There's been rumors it's going to issue a crypto executive order. I personally been on record saying I don't think that's going to be a negative thing, but I hope it has some substance to it because the SEC needs to be stopped. Gary Gensler needs to be stopped, as we've been talking about, and we're going to talk about him a little bit later. But we need action because this is a land grab. Everybody's on board. I think for years they've been on board, but the timing of everything is important. And now they're coming out and putting this bullish news out there. And you can imagine neighboring countries around the world or in that region, I should say, will follow suit. Game theory will play out. So the government's plan to license exchanges and tax large transactions has the support of the central bank, which previously wanted to outlaw mining and trading. Now, when this news came out of the ban, I said, look, this is, I think this is posturing. And clearly it was nothing, right? They weren't going to actually ban it. I think this was a push to get the price suppressed down, maybe for some folks to buy in, and also to push forward or create some urgency around getting the regulations. And look how fast they've done it. The turnaround, pretty amazing. So no ban, they're going to regulate it. And this will be the case for every country. Any country that takes a stance and tries to ban it, they're done. They're done because this is the future economy. Tokenization, digitization. When you look at what's happening, and even monies, the fiat currencies are going to be tokenized on the blockchain. This is the future. This is the future of the financial markets. Stocks will be tokenized as well, and there's going to be 24/7 trading, possibly global trading. I think a lot more stock exchanges are going to open up to the globe now. Around to different countries now, because many are only restricted to certain regions. So this is bullish news, guys. Now, some more bullish news. Microsoft. Do I even need to explain who or what Microsoft is? Obviously, they are a massive, massive company with a lot of cash, very powerful, very successful. They're hiring a director of crypto business development. Of course, guys, every day you see what's happening here. I mean, if you're on the fence about crypto, I know people are sometimes are natural pessimists, right? I'm not saying you have to be an optimist all the time, but sometimes people are jaded or they're pessimists or they can be a bit cynical. I don't know how you read this type of news and you don't automatically realize what is taking place here. And look, it's on their website, Director of Business Development, Cryptocurrencies, Redmond, Washington, United States. So some of you who are up there, maybe if you're into this, you can, check it out and apply. But everybody's hiring for crypto and Web3 and blockchain and so forth, because once again, this is the future. So very bullish news here. And check this out. Tennessee lawmaker introduces bill which would allow state to invest in crypto. The two bills introduced on February 2nd propose allowing the state of Tennessee, as well as its counties and municipalities, to invest in crypto, as well as forming a committee aimed at studying crypto and blockchain. Wow. We saw Miami, they kind of started this whole thing. Actually, Wyoming was pretty much in the lead, but then, the mayor of Miami, he kind of leapfrogged Wyoming as a city versus a state, and he's been doing big things. And then we saw Arizona, and then there's Texas. Guys, game theory playing out. All these states are going to be looking to put Bitcoin and other crypto on their balance sheet. And the city coins movement I've been telling you guys about will be a great way for many of these cities to raise capital. It can help reduce taxes on the people who live in the city and also give out Bitcoin or crypto dividends. I certainly see that as an option, guys, just like we've seen certain oil-rich states like Alaska, they've given out dividends or cut taxes significantly. So this is great news. So Jason Powell, a member of the Tennessee House of Representatives, has introduced a bill proposing counties, municipalities, and the state to invest in cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens or NFTs. According to Tennessee House Bill 2644, introduced on February 2nd, Powell proposed amending the current state code to add crypto, blockchain, and NFTs to the list of authorized investments for the county, state, and municipalities to take the idle funds. Lawmakers assigned the bill to the House Finance, Ways and Means Subcommittee on February 8th for further consideration. The legislation was the second related to crypto and blockchain introduced by Powell. The same day, he asked Tennessee lawmakers to consider forming a study committee aimed at making the state the most forward-thinking and pro-business state for cryptocurrency and blockchain, and to foster a positive economic environment for blockchain and cryptocurrency. Wow, guys, paradigm shift is taking place. I hope you see what is taking place here. Capital continues to be raised by many crypto companies. OpenNode, they raised a $20 million Series A funding round with a bunch of great investors. The round was led by Kingsway and includes Twitter. So Twitter made an investment, Tim Draper, Avon Ventures, and Fidelity Investments. Those are some big names, guys. And if you don't know what OpenNode does, they are, here in their description, it says a simple Bitcoin payment processor for any business. Start accepting Bitcoin in payments and send Bitcoin payouts using the Lightning Network today. I'll say it again for the millionth time. If you're an entrepreneur, now's the time to go try to get funding, my friends. There's a lot of capital coming in. And if you're looking to change career or work in a different industry, come on over to crypto. I made the move last year, and you can certainly get maybe the salary you're looking for because there's a battle for talent right now. And I'm telling you that from experience, and I see it. There's, once again, that land grab. All these crypto companies are trying to grab up as many people as possible. So it's a good time. It's a good time to get in. Now, let's jump ahead to some XRP news as far as the SEC and Ripple. So James K. Filan tweeted out the following: SEC versus Ripple. Ripple has filed its surreply regarding the SEC's motion to strike the fair notice affirmative defense. So the SEC is trying to strike Ripple's fair notice defense, which I think is a solid defense, along with every other altcoin in the market, because the SEC did not put out the rules and regulations. In fact, when Ripple was fined by, I think it was FINRA, this was back in 2015, the SEC was notified, no word. They didn't say, hey, pause that XRP selling, or don't do this with XRP or whatever. No word, silence, right? So obviously they waited 8 years to file the lawsuit on Jake Clayton's last few days. And there's a lot of conflicts of interest with Jay Clayton and William Hinman. So we know this is all a big sham, and they're compromised. And Jeremy Hogan weighed in on this respective item. He said the SEC argued that the prior lawsuits against crypto companies provided fair notice to Ripple. Hey, we sued some other companies. That should have been fair notice. We didn't give you any speed limits or laws or rules. You should have known, along with every other crypto projects, just because we sued this respective crypto company. So silly. Jeremy said, however, half of the lawsuits did not involve sale of any digital assets at all, and other half involved companies that held ICOs. So Ripple did not hold an ICO, and Ethereum did, and many of the other crypto altcoins did. And then some of the lawsuits were not anything to do with tokens. So the fact that they're saying this is retarded. And Jeremy said, and oh yeah, the first lawsuit was in 2017. So yeah, the SEC is so silly, man. It's unbelievable what's going on. And in fact, Ryan Selkis, who I interviewed on the channel, he's the founder of Masari Crypto, and last night, I think it was, last night he was on Fox, Tucker Carlson's show, talking about crypto, did a great job explaining what's going on with crypto. And he's always been a huge critic of Biden and the SEC. He said Biden firing Gensler, now he's proposing this, convening a summit for crypto in DC and tapping the brakes on a crypto crackdown would probably swing 10 seats in Congress and 2 to 3 Senate seats. I don't see many other salvageable, can't speak today, issues for him this year. What's he saying here? Well, Democrats are in trouble. Outside of crypto, there's talks of they're going to lose some of their seats and so forth. And I don't want to get too political, but we've been talking about, a lot of Democrats, if they come out and take a hard stance on crypto, that's going to be another issue for people to kick them out of office, right? Especially the younger crowd, I would say. And people are going to vote. Crypto's not the number one issue. So I want to make sure that's clear, but it's on the list of things. And it could be rounding out the top 5, right, of issues people are looking at. So what Ryan is saying here, Biden was smart, and this is an election year, the midterms. He could come out pro crypto, kick Gensler out, and that could really help his Democrat friends, right? And to say it simply, that's essentially what he could do, and he could certainly rally some support and approvals. I'm not saying, once again, this is just one issue. It's not the main issue. I think most people are concerned about jobs, economy, but something like this could help the job market and economy as well, because it would open up a lot more capital to come into the market. We'll see more hiring, more investing, more M&As and so forth, but we'll see what they do. We'll see what Biden does. Sometimes you look at some of these politicians and you expect them to do something, and it's like the most logical thing, but they'll do something completely boneheaded and screw it all up. So we can only hope for the best. We'll see what happens. And I actually tweeted at Biden regarding the Putin decision and what Russia did, kind of with the question, what are you doing, President of the United States, tagging POTUS. Now, finally, I want to end it on this. European Central Bank, apparently they've been answering questions with folks on Twitter. And somebody asked, when will you buy Bitcoin? Hashtag ask ECB. And then Isabel Schnabel, who's the executive board of European Central Bank, said Bitcoin is a speculative asset. The high volatility of its price makes it unsuitable as a store of value. It's a central bank. Of course, they're going to say that. And we know they've been big pushers of continuing to use fiat. They're heavily connected to the IMF. They don't want people to hold Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin's returns have been incredible if you're holding it long term, of course, even in the short term, depending on the timeline, right? If you got in the bull market, it's an amazing financial asset that you can hold, similar to gold. Is it perfect? No, but stocks are volatile as well, and these are the financial instruments we have. And if you were to have invested in bonds, which are failing right now, you wouldn't be making anything. So, it's just so biased, but it's a central bank. But I thought it was interesting. And of course, they're getting a bit roasted by people on Twitter, as they should. But I think eventually all of them will bend the knee and they will be holding Bitcoin as they do gold, because Bitcoin is digital gold. And that's personally what I believe. I could be wrong, but I see things trending in that direction, given all the news I just shared with you guys with states and countries like El Salvador and so forth. So big things ahead, guys. Very bullish news. This BlackRock news is big. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.